Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Corey with the Meals team at Keller Williams Realty. Today, I want to talk about buyer fatigue. I want to talk about what that means, what causes it, and how you as a buyer can avoid that. So for starters, buyer fatigue in the North Texas real estate market looks like a buyer who is going out, they're making offers on a property, and time and again, their offer has not been accepted. It leads to frustration. It leads to them telling themselves maybe they want to give up, or maybe that they'll say, well, this is just a bubble. I'm going to wait for the market to crash, all kinds of stuff like that. And eventually they find themselves getting out of the real estate market. And what is causing that here in North Texas is the fact that there are fewer and fewer homes to choose from, and there are more and more buyers who are looking to take advantage of low interest rates. So in any given county across North Texas, anywhere from 50 to 80% fewer homes are available in 2021 this time of year than in 2020 last year. And what that means is, like I said, there's buyers who see interest rates at all-time lows and they want to lock in that low 30-year note. And so there's tons of demand for listings that are coming on the market, and it is very competitive among buyers. Now, I'm not telling you this to discourage you from stopping your home search or to make you feel like it's impossible to get an offer accepted. I am simply giving you this information because I know that whenever you hear this, when you take this advice, and whenever you have the correct expectations, it leads to you being successful in getting your offer accepted. So now that we know what buyer fatigue is, we know what causes it, I want to give you some tips and some expectations on how to avoid it and how to get your offer accepted. So number one is be very realistic about what's going on in the real estate market. I hear buyers say stuff like, well, we're gonna wait for the market to crash. We think probably in a year or two it's gonna come down and we'll just take advantage of it then. Or they'll say, well, we don't wanna find ourselves in a multiple offer situation, so we're just gonna wait and find the perfect property that doesn't have multiple offers on it. And what that tells me is that they're not realistic about what's going on, and they're not realistic about the fact that they are probably going to be in a multiple offer situation and they're gonna have to make a strong offer. If it's a house that you're looking at and you're saying, oh my gosh, this is the home of my dreams, odds are right now somebody else is making that same statement, okay? So just be very realistic about that. The second thing is you need to understand what it takes to get an offer accepted in this market. If you're coming in asking for the seller to pay all of your closing costs and you're under asking price and you're asking for all kinds of contingencies and extended prolonged inspection periods and stuff like that, you need to be very realistic that a seller is probably going to say, you know what, we're going to hold off for something better. And odds are they're going to find it. So whenever you're writing your offer, 2-3 years ago, yes, we could come in at under asking price and we could ask for closing costs to be paid for by the seller. That stuff's just not flying anymore. Now, I don't want to say it's impossible, because both Taylor and Sean on our team within the past couple of weeks have gotten several buyers under contract and the sellers paid their closing costs. So it's not impossible, but it's very improbable right now. So be realistic about that. Be ready to come in at least at asking price, possibly above asking price. And when I say possibly, I mean there's a very good chance that you're going to have to come in above asking price. Now, one thing that I hear a lot of buyers and buyers agents say is, well, we came in above asking price and the seller still went with another offer. There's people who will go $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 over asking price, but there's nothing to back that up, like an appraisal guarantee saying, if we go $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 over asking price and the house doesn't appraise, we are guaranteeing that we will bring the cash to make up the difference. And this may sound crazy, but right now, with the rate of appreciation for home values here in North Texas, that is what it typically takes, especially for those hotter listings that are going well above asking price. If a seller sees an offer that's $50,000 over asking price and there's no kind of appraisal guarantee or appraisal gap coverage in the offer, and they have another offer comes in that's maybe 10 or 15,000 over, and the buyer is saying, hey, I guarantee you whatever the house appraises for, I'm going to bring that difference and I'm going to make sure that you get your 15,000 over. In the seller's eyes, that looks a lot better than a theoretical $50,000 offer over asking price. So keep that in mind. Understand what it means to go over asking price and to cover the appraisal, okay? The next thing is be realistic about your inspection period and any contingencies that you may have in your contract. I've heard some buyer's agents or buyers saying, well, you know, we're going to give them what they want. We're going to make a strong offer up front, but we're going to come in the back end after our inspection period and we're going to ask for them to fix every single thing, or we're going to ask for them to give us a ridiculous amount in lieu of repairs or come down off the price, whatever it may be. Just know that whenever a seller accepts your offer, they still have other agents, other buyers who are making backup offers or saying, hey, if anything happens with this, let me know because my buyers are interested. So be realistic about that. Don't say, well, you know, the kitchen faucet had a slow drip at the sink and you know, the sellers weren't willing to fix it, so we just walked. You know, if that's the case, then that's really your loss as a buyer. Another thing is you know, make a cash offer if possible. When you hear that, that sounds kind of crazy. Like, well, if I could make a cash offer, of course I would do that. But one thing that we offer at Keller Williams is our Buy with Cash program through Homeward. And that's something that allows you to make an all cash offer on a property, and it allows you to make your offer stand out above and beyond the other offers that are made on the property. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of information about what we're seeing, a little bit of information about what buyer fatigue is, how you can avoid it, and ultimately how you can get your offer accepted. If you have any questions about what's going on in the market or how you as a buyer can be better prepared, feel free to reach out to me. Like I said, this video is in no way, shape, or form trying to talk anybody out of making offers or stopping their home search. This is just a resource for you to be better prepared to understand what it takes to get an offer accepted. I hope this information was helpful. Guys, like I said, feel free to reach out. I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you soon.